Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Tyranny blind.
I got it.
I am at the foot of another spire, right here, and I think that should be the final rubbing to complete the rune. Pressing charcoal to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. The newly added imprint fills the remaining gaps on the scroll, giving you a clear representation of the carved rune. I believe this has something to do with the symbol of on the floor of the spire. You think? Lantry, you genius? Okay, so it's like a triangle in the middle with like wings. The dusty stone platform is lifeless, but small markings indicate that its old magic might still be reawakened.
A ring for every glyph I've sketched today.
Is it a closed triangle? It is. And then from like the center of it, sort of crisscrossing to the top.
I got it.
So from here to here to here, and then all the way down, right? Like a wing. Okay, so that's the final spire in the region, I guess. The now familiar light of the spire curses skyward, trailing off towards the horizon in the direction of Vengeance Well. You feel the ground beneath you as you fall away. Fall away as you give in to the warmth of the energy surrounding you. The ocean spire in the Blade Grave feels weathered and battered, like a flag that was whipped by the high winds beyond its intended duration. Perhaps in spite of that, the connection formed with Vengeance Well is strong, almost overwhelmingly so. Absolutely brilliant. Me and every other sailor use this spire as our go-to for a dead reckoning. I've seen this spire from the sea 1,000 times, but I've only daydreamed I would ever see the view the other way around. It's so much better than I imagined. There was a running wager at the Velum Citadel. How far southwest can one sail before reaching the end of the ocean? From here, I would guess forever is close to the right answer. Looking out at the expanse of the ocean to the south, Lantry moves his quill in a hurried rush as he sketches the blue-green panorama. I knew the world was huge, but you never really understand the extent of it until you see it from this high. How far does that ocean reach? Okay, I'll construct the training grounds here. Allows you to recruit the final skill trainers in the tiers. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to accuracy, athletics, and subterfuge. And I'll hire a bunch of people, but I won't talk with them yet. I'll do other things first. A hunter who regularly provides hide to upgrade armor. Sure, I might have you. Master trainer who teaches control force, control illusions, control frost and lightning. Okay. What else? 200 weapons I don't need. Dual wield bows and subterfuge. One-handed, two-handed, and dual wield. Okay. Bows, athletics, control, vigor. Okay. I don't have subterfuge, do I? And I don't think I have parry. And teaches two-handed, subterfuge, and parry. Oh, and dodge. Okay. Okay, let's have this guy as well. But I'll be back later. For now, I still... like, I'm missing one of the keystones, I think? And one of the torch keys as well. Yeah, find the remaining 3. But I only have 2. My line of thinking is that I might be missing something very obvious, because seemingly I've gone sort of the length of the Oldwalls and I haven't found it. I'm also missing one of the torch keys. Although I have gained the torch key as well since the last time I've been in the other areas, so maybe I can open some door that was locked before.
Can't do that. See that?
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my age.
Yeah, I'm a bit at a bit of a loss here. I guess let's insert the others, but I'm still missing one. And one torch key on top of that.
Sorry, I can't.
The keystone fits, but fails to generate a response. After a second, it slips out of the socket.
Interesting. Is it reasonable to describe an ethereal cloud as angry? Because I think you're making it angry.
On it.
Yeah, there's just there's no space even to like hide anything.
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'm just an idiot and also blind.
More
Wow.
tallies.
Did you hear that? Anyone else want some of this? Ringing sound? It's not just in your ears.
Take that!
Dodging is so unfair. Oh, if I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake of mine.
If I had kids, they'd be feeling that one.
Well-placed hit.
Only Ebb can equip this. The light gem reflects all the colors of waves crashing against the shore. Plus 15 tide casting. Sure.
Will do. Curious.
Harbinger's wings. This elegant shield feels lighter and less substantial than the protection it conveys. Okay, that's the third torch key. These 3 jars appear to have been meticulously placed on the altar. Inscriptions on them resemble the torch key sigils. Okay, so that's the third torch key for this. It's all falling into place.
What's this over here? I'll give it a try.
These plans explain the forging of a legendary javelin, Scorn. The plans make mention of a mysterious metal that is required for the javelin's tip. This item can be created with the access to the Spire Forge upgrade.
Hold up. There's something there.
Oh, that's an artifact bow. Might be cool for Verse, although she hasn't been using bow that much, so her skill is kind of meh. Fire a brilliant arrow. All enemies in the path take damage and are blinded. Any Bane who are struck trigger a small explosion that deals arcane damage to all Bane in the area. Gravebow is such a storied weapon that it was long ago written off as a myth. As many contradictory stories of its origin exist, as those of previous users and its final resting place, the more recent claim was that the Archon of Turmoil wielded the bow in a war to single-handedly destroy the Bane. Some accounts posit that the hundreds of bows of differing power share the title Gravebow, which has confused the weapon's history and deeds over time. The oldest claim that Gravebow predates the Oldwalls themselves, though none of those claims can be substantiated. A poem claimed to have been taken by a charcoal rubbing at the exterior of the Oldwalls. The poem claimed to have been taken by a charcoal rubbing at the exterior of the Oldwalls posits that the Gravebow may one day lose an arrow with such force that the Oldwalls themselves will crumble and the surrounding spires will fall like matchsticks. The validity of the source is questionable at best, as the author presented no rubbing and failed to recall the site at which he took it. Whatever else the Gravebow might be, its string thrums and pulses with energy, desperate to be released.
Another battle! I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
Will do. I got it.
Learn the rune. Okay, place all of the keystones. Can I rest before fighting the big one? I can. Okay, let's save before I do that, because I imagine it might take a couple tries.
That orb appears one breath away from collapsing. Since being sensible and abandoning the scars aren't options, might I suggest drawing our blades?
Demonstration of our power seems in order. Hey, nobody saw that, right?
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
If I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake of mine.
Right.
This recipe describes the process for growing a powerful mushroom known as the Walking Death. Or rather, Waking Death, I guess. Fashioned in the likeness of the stalwart battle standard, this emblem was worn by every first regent since the realm was carved from the Stone of the Tears. Originally nothing more than an officer's finery, the steadfast insignia swelled in popularity as those who wore it earned their deserving titles as war heroes. The insignia developed a reputation as the architect of victory over time, and the secret of success on the battlefield. As its recognition grew, the armies of Stalwart learned to race against any odds when the insignia was present, a streak that held with admirable consistency until the insignia was lost amid Stalwart's war against the Northern Empire. Wait, was this Dracorius guy always here? So the Oldwalls didn't best you? Not this time, at least. Dracorius stands amidst the bodies of the Unbroken. Oh! Okay, I didn't... okay. Okay, that's kind of dumb of me, not to realize those are the disfavored. It's a coward who waits while the better man does the dirty work. Well, you're not exactly going to get the opportunity to rat me out to my superior officer, and no one here with any interest in making me look bad is going to see the next sunrise, so he shrugs. The histories might as well say that I plumbed the Oldwalls and lived to tell it. Sorry in advance for taking your legacy. My grandchildren thank you for the stories. Motherless coward. What have you done with my men? Be quiet. I gave them the death they deserved, and you would do well to treat me with respect if you want to make yourself useful as a holder rather than as a corpse. He focuses back to you. I can't let you near Central Stand, traitor, so why don't you toss the steadfast insignia here by my boots? He points with the tip of his weapon. To be honest, I am not really that inclined to let you go. I kind of want to kill you after, you know, you've killed all of those people, you wanted to steal my credit and my artifacts. But let's at least give it a perfunctory effort. Are you sure I can convince you to change your mind about this? I'm positive, since I've been waiting for you to come out. I really don't have time to negotiate. Send this Fatebinder back to Tunon in pieces.
More
This is useless. I should try something else.
That? I'm not entirely useless.
I also haven't been using this, like, ever. To be fair, Bane are probably immune to terror.
Take that! This is useless. I should try something else.
That attack didn't work.
Oh my.
The disfavor would have killed us or worse. I suggest that you report to Matthias. I've seen enough of the Oldwalls myself.
Yeah.
I got it.
Is the sage okay? Yes. You've returned. I mean, obviously you would return. Just pleased to see you is all. Did Gregos find you? He went inside to see what you had discovered. He swipes one of his several quills, sewn into his upper sleeve, and dabs the squib. No matter, tell me of your experiences, in your own words and time. I found the stones of elucidation. Hieronymus's eyes widen in delight as he examines the stones. Fascinating. I had expected to see a few duplicates with existing specimen. He examines each stone, wrapping them in linen swaddling with care. Thank you, my friend. This will prove vital to our understanding of the glyphs used by the builders of the Oldwalls. You've done more than I ever could expect. And with only my humble offerings as reward, what have the stones taught you? Nothing yet, he clears his throat. In theory, each one can be used to help decipher some encrypted text, but there is no telling which stone can complement which text. It's all very dry and boring, I'm sure. Rest assured, they are very important. I'm a young man, and if I keep getting sent on mission like these, any research I carry will be lost. Take a copy with you. I hope you find it useful. Arcane Understanding. What does... plus 12 defense against spells. Okay. Okay,
it.
let's go. Matthias is back at the Duskwatch Fort, right? Either the storm has ruined my eyesight, or you have the steadfast insignia. He clasps your shoulder. Since the Unbroken came together, we've never been this close to the true victory and the end of the edict. Our forces have waited for this opportunity from their positions by the Sentinel Stand's outer wall. I'll send word to make sure they are prepared for your arrival, sir. What can I do to help? As if you haven't done enough already. He clasps your shoulder again and lets out a raucous cheer. Meet our forces at Sentinel Stand. It's time we took the realm's seat of power, dispatched Stratus Herodin, and dug in for a long fight against Kairos. No doubt we'll need your skills on the battlefield, because every competent fighter in the Bladegrave is about to converge on Sentinel Stand.
Right.
Will do.
This battered fortress is the historic home of Stalwart's ruling families, the Regents. Protected by two massive walls, it was never taken during the conquest. Frustrated with the siege, Kairos issued an edict that severely damaged the castle and left it encapsulated with a massive perpetual tornado. Fight to the inner keep. Okay. The disfavored. They got here before us. Take care, stranger. The Skyblade coughs a couple of times and clears her throat. Don't underestimate the disfavored. In our hubris, we never thought they could take us. They'll pay for what they've done to Stalwart. Good. At least someone yet stands who can see to our country's future. A hint of a smile plays across her lips as she dies.
Will do. Interesting. This is useless. I should try something else.
For the glory of Kairos!
Right.
Oh, this weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
On it. You learn something every day.
Once per combat, when you fall to low health, you let out a battle cry that heals you and your party members for a portion of their maximum health. This is pretty awesome actually. Plus 25% health? Hell yeah. And it's a passive as well. I don't have to remember about it. Don't let these dogs cross the bridge. If the Unbroken breach Sentinel stand before we do, I'll have every one of you vermin flogged bloody while the great general watches. Iron Guard Romulan grimaces and worries her throat, raw from barking orders over the fury of the storm. I'm not reporting to Asha unless we take Sentinel stand, and that goes for everyone in my unit. We don't see Iron Hearth and we don't see home until our mission is complete. She pumps her fist twice in the air, and her soldiers reflexively mirror the gesture. Time to push forward while we have a chance. If Ash's Legion gets there before us, Stalwart will never be free. Am I too late to help the Unbroken? The lieutenant bends at the waist and bellows at the top of her lungs. Traitor! She signals to her troops. I want you to focus every effort on bringing me that one's head. Time to show everyone in the campaign how we treat the sudden sympathizers. Stalwart is stronger than you know. If they can stand independent from Kairos, they should. War is no place for legal clerk. Go back to Tunon's court and beg for forgiveness. If you're lucky, he may only execute your family. She turns to her soldiers and falls back behind the bridge. What? What a great commander she is! What? First of all, why are they even on this side if they have a drawbridge? They should be over there shooting arrows at us. She might be...
Far worse.
The generous interpretation is that she's insane.
This is useless. I should try something else.
Because the alternative is that she's trapped. Like the whole commanding thing.
Useless.
This weapon is entirely worthless. That's how it's done. I got it.
Stalwart prevail!
Matthias takes a deep breath and leans on his sword. His hands pull away from his side, covered in blood. Thank you, Fatebinder. I knew you wouldn't have gotten this far without your help. We need to get across the bridge. He points towards the stretch of the ruined wall. Before the disfavored cut us off, I sent a company of Skyblades north to scale the old castle walls and shoot out the winch in case they tried to raise the bridge. No doubt my soldiers have run into some resistance, or else the way would be clear. I will assist them. You know, this coalition you rumble about has the trappings of a decent plan. He smiles. Once you've got my Skyblades in position, circle back this way, and they'll make sure the bridge goes down. Then we can make our charge. We'll speak more of this when the fighting is over. Agreed. Matthias flips his weapons in his hands and turns his attention to his men.
Sorry, I can't.
A way to climb down into the moat? Into the moat? You may be able to scale the rocks to the dry river bed. Okay, I will in a moment.
I got it. Can't do that.
Sentinel Stand Keep was once a proud, imposing structure. Now it stands as a mere shadow of its former glory.
Can't do that.
You can't tell if the recent battle has caused this destruction, or if it has been this way for a while.
Can't do that.
can get to the other side? Seemingly not from here anyway.
Heads up.
Something sounds out of place.
This is useless. I should try something else.
I need to try a different weapon.
This weapon is entirely worthless. For the glory of Kairos!
I really should be using those combos more. It just annoys me that that they are so out of the way. Like, I just have no more space left on this. It should be able to be extended, even if because obviously you don't have many, you don't have more numbers than from 1 to 0, but you know, from I guess from 0 to 9 rather. But even without numbers, it would just be a lot easier if I could place them over here rather than in those tooltips.
I got it.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Sounds like...
I'm enjoying this a little too much.
Much appreciated. We can take it from here, and the battle is almost won. A stalwart will sing of your great deeds. Songs will be for later. You lead the charge while we scale that wall and take out the drawbridge winch.
Yes.
Summons water from the target's blood and tissue. It then erupts out of them in a surge, dealing massive damage. Okay, let's take that. And I don't think I want anything else from this. Although, this is kind of cool, maybe. So I could branch more into the grave light thing.
Right. Can't do that.
Okay, I guess I'm going back then. Because there's literally nothing more I can accomplish from here. Glad to see you're still in one piece. It might not be a best time for chat, but I'll entertain any questions you have. What can you tell me about Sentinel Stand Keep? This place was our last line of defense, the holdfast no enemy has ever claimed. Until the disfavored came along, we never known defeat on our own soil, and to this day not even disfavored have claimed our ancestral fortress. He looks at the crumbling walls, his face gleaming with pride. In spite of everything these walls have come to represent. Betrayal, cowardice, they are all stalwart through and through. Welcome to Sentinel Stand Keep. Yeah, I can see why you would be proud of this place. crumbling stone walls, a pervasive smell of reminiscent of dead beastmen, and an incessant noise of a magical storm. It's lovely. That's uncalled for. This is the seat of power from which noble families of Stalwart have ruled for centuries. It's also a holdfast of interlocking stone walls that just so happens to have warded off 24 sieges in 4 centuries. Needless to say, I won't have that record broken on my watch, and Matthias hefts his weapon and nods with a quiet resolve. We can marvel at the wonders of the construction later. Right now, we have a battle to win. What's your status? The disfavored are making press into Central Stand Keep. They've advanced over the outer perimeter, but they can't cross the wind wall, of course. That's the joke of it all. Hell's storm stands in their way, and now that the Steadfast Insignia has been recovered, I'm not sure how long that Cyclone Mode will last, but it's giving us time to rally and prepare. The relief forces under my lead have the area surrounded, and the disfavored are now trapped between the storm and our spears. If they withdraw, they have to come through me. Even surrounded, the disfavored are still no easy prey. I can count on 2 hands the number of times I've watched a lone Iron Walker best a whole squad of my men. When the winds die down or the path through the storm is found, things are going to get very bloody. We will give the disfavored no quarter, and will expect even less. He shrugs. All the more reason to be thankful that we have you on our side to even the score. What about you? Oh, okay. So wait. So what's my actual objective? Northeast. Your allies in position to destroy the drawbridge winch. Travel back to the bridge and cross it. Okay, so I guess it's going to just happen when I approach. You signal ahead that the coast is clear. An arrow flies from the parapet and cuts straight through the taut rope, holding the drawbridge up.
Have a look here. I'll take a look. How hard could it be?
This weapon is entirely worthless.
I'm terrible at this. How am I not dead yet? Ha! I feel a bit lightheaded.
Sorry, I can't.
Take that!
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
I should have saved, damn it. Wait, I actually haven't... Okay, this is very annoying. Because I haven't saved at all. Like, literally. Where do you have the thingamajig? Like the... How do you pick someone up?
I'm fine. Just fine.
I'm injured.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon. I'm not built for this sort of violence.
Yeah, this is very annoying, and I apologize for that.
Can't do that.
Have I went this way before?
Your days end here.
Those weapons are nipples on men.
Flawless.
Thank you.
Good work.
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working.
Stalwart prevails!
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working.
Wait, I did that? Nice!
Stalwart prevails!
Thank you for your help, Fatebinder. Yeah, I don't think I went this way before. What can you tell me of this area? The Sentinel Stand Keep is the seat of the Stalwart's power. Not even Kairos' forces could take it. Unfortunately, the rust storms have been particularly brutal for these parts. We haven't been behind those walls in some time. Where were you during the war, soldier? They've moved me around some, back when we were defenders of Old Stalwart. Lucky for me, I wasn't assigned to Sentinel Stand, or I would still be there to this day, either stuck behind a wind wall or a stripped skeleton among the rust. Okay, so I guess
On it.
there is a slight benefit in that, because I'm not sure if I would have remembered to come back.
Can't do that.
Found something.
This is useless. I should try something else.
Land where you Obsi shit. Focus!
Can't do that. Will do. I've got it.
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working.
This is useless. I should try something else.
This weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
Could this weapon be any more useless?
See?
Sorry, I can't. To battle! Will do.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Stalwart prevails!
This is useless. I should try something else. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't. Can't do that. Can't do that. To battle! Interesting.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
I bring glory to my guild.
Right.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
I got it. Sorry, I can't.
Okay, let's try again. But this time, I'll save. Isn't my formation kind of backwards? Yeah, it is.
Am I the only one who sees that?
Can't do that.
Another battle. I think we're bad at making friends.
You call that... What?
Anyone else want some of this? I dare you to try that again. Oh, if I had an iron ring for...
Can't do that.
I've had far worse.
On it. On it. Take that! Sorry, I can't.
You lead the charge, Fatebinder. Will ensure that no one flanks our advance. Okay, this is not an artifact, so I'll just sell it.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
This moat, once encircled Sentinel Stand, has long since succumbed to the harsh environment.
Sorry.
Standing water and patches of moist dirt
I can't.
are
And hold a
all
moment.
that remain.
See that?
Can't do that.
If only Stalwart had surrendered years ago. Such needless carnage.
This favored mission report dates back to 430 TR. One entry stands out from the meticulously organized whole. It describes an evening patrol where a soldier spotted a Crimson Spear meeting with a stalwart captain. Whoever wrote the log might have intended on reporting it to their superior officer, but fell in battle before they had a chance. Okay, so that tells me that the Scarlet Chorus have been parlaying with the Unbroken, I guess? The voices of the rat was feeding stalwart defenders his favored battle plans during the conquest. To be honest, that seems a bit of a stretch from that particular piece of information. That wasn't entirely
Sorry, I
sort of
can't.
described there verbatim, because
Sorry,
just
I
because they
can't.
met doesn't mean necessarily that they
Sorry, I can't.
were specifically fed plans. An abandoned well with a rusted gear wheel. Fashion a bypass for the rusted parts to raise the bucket. And?
Right.
What of it?
Can't do that. Will do. Can't do that.
Wait, literally it's just a bucket of water? I thought there would have been an item there or something. Okay, I'll attempt to cross the storm next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!